So I'm here with Rohit, and
Hey.
we're at the NewCommForum
Yep.
in Sonoma County, and Rohit just led a little panel discussion about new trends in marketing and advertising. So what do you think really stuck out? What was the cool things that we talked about?
There was some great stuff. We had a really good panel. We had someone from Federated Media, Neil Chase. We had David from Six Apart, and then you, Ken, from Intel. So it was a good group, and a lot of things we talked about were very content focused. So people were talking about the role of content in marketing. That we got to go more than taglines. So it was a good discussion.
And how did you get everyone together? Like, what was the topic of the discussions that you pulled together?
It was interesting. I put a blog post together, and I wrote out like 3 or 4 questions that I was going to ask, and I published it on my blog probably about 2 hours before our session, and the other 2 guys that were traveling here, from Neil and David, they both got a Google alert popped up with their name on there, and they read the blog post and they knew what the questions were, and I didn't actually email them at all. So it was a kind of a silent collaboration, and everybody walked in and everybody knew what the questions were and what we were going to talk about, and it was interesting.
What I remember was when you first met them, each one almost had the same story, like, oh yeah, Rohit, thank you for the questions, and I got it on Google minutes ago. They both had the same exact...
That's right, yeah. It just shows that everybody's paying attention to what people are saying, right? I mean, there's an interesting lesson there.
And it also goes to show that they have their Google set up to their name, so they're watching that stuff.
Yeah,
Most
and
people...
a lot of us do, right? So, I mean, you want to get in touch, it's email is probably the most direct, but secondarily is just write about them and mention them, and it'll show up.
So you were assigning some books for people here. What kind of audience is here, and what was the feedback you got at lunch?
It was a good group of, it was a mix of marketing pros, PR pros, communications people, journalists. So it brought together a bunch of really different people. So a lot of people were interested in the book because I kind of described it to people that I didn't write a book about social media. I wrote a book about a culture shift. And so what I was talking about is the role of personality, and everybody seemed to be pretty interested in what's the future of marketing and how does that mean that we need to discuss things differently. So it's topical. It's a great event. Beautiful day.
And did you see marketing and PR? Are they changing? Are their personalities changing a little bit?
Yeah, I think people are getting that it's a lot more about the power of individuals. I mean, there's people are not so much saying here's what the company's got to say. It's who are the right people to be saying it within the companies, and that's a big shift already, because now all of a sudden you're talking about who's going to be saying this stuff for us, and not necessarily what's the message and what's the message box.
And this week is Web 2.0 Expo, which is huge. We came up here together, and I'll come back next year.
Yeah, it's a good. It's sort of the perfect storm in April with ad tech and Web 2.0 and this event as well. It's a lot of stuff in a short time frame, so you really got to take your energy boosters and keep going.
Yeah, it was a nice intimate group here.
Yeah.
All right, well, thanks a lot. I had a great day here.
Thank you.